There has been a lot of watch news these last couple of weeks. It feels odd having so many novelties this late on, but I like watches, so let's talk about it. This has been a year of celebration for Breguet, marking 250 years of watchmaking. I've been in a funny place with Breguet under Swatch leadership, and I've been a bit disappointed with past releases. But this last year has been some of the best novelties from them in a very long time. Firstly, we need to talk about this. This is the Classique Regulator, reference 7225. And what do I have to say? You have eyeballs. You can see that this is awesome. I would describe this as quintessential Breguet, keeping the design language of Roth era. Keeping the design language of Roth era, these are classical, illogically balanced, and indulgent, almost opulent, while staying refined. They also released a Classique Phase de Lune. I don't like this quite as much as the Regulator, but it's not far off. The party doesn't end there, though. We need to talk about the showstopper, the Experimental #1, an entirely new line. This is going to be Breguet's high horology framework, taking their latest innovations, R&D stuff they are working on, and putting it into this line of watches. Design-wise, this is bold. This is the most modern interpretation of the design codes, and I'm into it. Like if Abraham Louis Breguet was designing today, I feel like this is what he would create. The first thing I noticed was how sporty this feels, with an integrated rubber strap, quite daring for them. The movement is amazing. This is beautiful. So a high frequency 10 Hz, tourbillon complication visible through the caseback, constant force escapement with magnetic pallets, and a decoupled impulse system to deliver consistency and precision. This is an ode to Abraham Louis Breguet, and I think this might be one of the most accurate watches ever made. I think some of the things they've done in here, I don't know, it's amazing. Now, let's switch gears and talk about two modern watchmakers coming together to create a pocket watch. I did not see this coming. This was not on my 2025 bingo card. Studio Underdog and Christopher Ward coming together to create a contemporary pocket watch. It's weird, and I'm into it. I don't know who initiated this conversation of let's make a pocket watch, but I'm glad they did. I'm glad this exists. Both brands have a pretty clear input here. So the Christopher Ward light catcher case, and then the three-dimensional, layered, fully illuminated Studio Underdog Series 2 dial. A few unexpected design things with the Roman numerals and power reserve indicator. It's about the size of a small Panerai at 44 millimeters, and powering this watch is the manufacturer caliber CW001 manual winding movement. It looks beautiful. They've done a great job. I feel like something special is happening within the British watchmaking industry at the moment. It's about collaboration, not competition, and some of my favorite releases of this year have been collaborations. Something special happens when we work together and create something way better than we could make apart. The pocket watch is very limited, only 100 being made, and all profits go to the Alliance of British Watchmakers and Clockmakers. These are priced at just under £3,000. Pre-registration is open now and available to buy December 11th. Like Breguet, Vacheron has also been celebrating a huge milestone. 2025 represents their 270-year anniversary, and to close out the year, they have just unveiled these 3 new Traditionnel perpetual calendar ultra thins. These have a case diameter of 36.5 millimeters, very classical but still very Vacheron, a lot more sporty than, say, the Breguet offerings. Not as floofy as Breguet, if that makes sense, and I think these will appeal to a larger demographic. The big headlines to know here is that these are the first Traditionnels in this size that are non-gem set, indicating that VC is hopping on the smaller watch trend and marketing these to men and women alike. This size is great. I'd love to see them have more non-gem set smaller watches, but that's neither here nor there. Each of these comes with a silver-toned opaline dial, display caseback, 30 meters of water resistance. If it was me buying, I'd be going for the rose gold, non-gem set, all day, every day, twice on Sunday. I like the white gold, but with the rose gold hands and indices, it kind of feels two-tone in a way that I dislike. I don't know, it's not as pleasing to my eye. I like the cohesive vision of the full rose gold. These retail for $100,000 USD or £84,500, which is quite well priced. This is a Holy Trinity brand, making this in a pretty small case. For comparison, the AP Code 1159 perpetual calendar, also on a strap, white gold, retails for £94,900. I would take this VC, hands down, no questions asked, over an AP 1159. And it's £10,000 cheaper. They've done really good. This is how you celebrate 270 years. So I know the new Omega Planet Ocean isn't hot off the press anymore, and it was released the day I was traveling to Dubai Watch Week, and it just didn't make sense for me to make a dedicated video. As the dust settles, I still haven't worked out how I feel about it. It almost looks like a poorly done fake Planet Ocean. Sometimes I look at it and think, Omega is listening. This is what so many people have been asking for. It looks really good. This could be really commercially viable. And then other times I think, yeah, but it's not a Planet Ocean. I was discussing this on my podcast that I have with Adrian Barker, and you should check it out if you haven't checked it out already. He's awesome. Our podcast is awesome. But he had thrown something in there that I had not thought about before. He said, in the same way that Rolex has the Yachtmaster 2, this kind of feels like the Planet Ocean 2. And when he said that, it all clicked in for me. I feel like this shouldn't have replaced the Planet Ocean, but maybe it became the Planet Ocean 2. If you're one of the 2 people in the world who want my official verdict on what I think about the new Planet Ocean, the more I look at it, the more I think I dislike it. It's not for me, but I think there'll be so many people out there who love it. Watches are very subjective, and don't let me and my silly little opinion get in the way of you loving this if you love it. Let's talk about Tag Heuer. They have once again collaborated with Fragment for, I believe, the 3rd time. If you're not as familiar, Fragment was founded by this guy, Hiroshi Fujiwara, and this is some real deep Japanese stuff. He is a cultural figure, cool fashion guy, artsy fartsy, and really had a hand in shaping Japanese streetwear and everything that is cool guy Japanese stuff. I think of him as the Pharrell Williams of Japan, which is probably a horrible comparison, but that's what's happening in this coconut. But yeah, okay, the watch. So this is the most stripped back Carrera chronograph I've ever seen. Monochrome colorway with the black and white dial. The indices are printed in gray. No snailing on the subdials. It is a Carrera stripped back as far as it can be, and I love it. It is Tag's most recent glass box case, 39mm case diameter. The bracelet is the recently reintroduced 7-row, kind of like beads of rice style, but straight and angular. The date is at 12 o'clock, and on the 1st and 11th, there are little lightning bolts, which is the Fragment design logo. I love this. I think it's cool. I would describe it as the most Japanese feeling Carrera. Love it. So one of the biggest stories of the latter half of this year has been the US tariffs on Switzerland, first being slapped with a 39% tariff, which was then later decreased to 15% back in November. I find it really hard to talk about this in a non-political way, but I'm going to try my best. After accepting a gold Rolex desk clock and a bar of gold from Swiss-based gold refining company MKS, President Trump lowered the tariffs. That's all I'm going to say about that. That is the facts. You can interpret it however you want. I have my own views, and I'm certain that they don't matter. So what I do know is that this is good news for the Swiss watch industry. The tariffs are now in line with the rest of Europe, and there will be a much smaller premium passed along to American consumers. Anyways, guys, that's just some of the watch news that stood out to me. Did I miss your favorite piece of watch news, your favorite novelty that has been released recently? Let me know in the comments down below. I can't wait to see what you guys say. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for another great year. I love making these videos. Thank you so much for watching them. This channel doesn't matter if people aren't watching. So thank you. And thank you to the Pope tier patrons. Get their names on the screen. Oh, Pope tier patrons. As I was saying Pope tier patrons, I had a brain fart. I knew I had to say Pope tier, but I forgot the word patron. But I would never forget to put your fabulous names on the screen. Come on now. Guys, thank you so much for supporting my weird little channel. This channel keeps going because of you guys. I hope you keep enjoying the work here. I love making it. And I know sometimes life is tough. Finances get a bit tight. Please don't ever feel pressure to keep supporting the channel. I mean, I love it that you do, but your viewership is more than enough. Thank you so much. I hope you have a very happy holiday season. Bye, guys.